guys, this is Giuliani, scrapping in my own private Idaho, and I am on day number, I think this is day number 29, and let me double check and make sure. It is on day number 27. I did skip day number 29, and so it is by Laura Moss, and I love this layout because it goes perfectly with this paper pack that I'm using. And I'm going to do some fun things, and then my focus today is I'm going to talk a little bit about titles, and hopefully later today, if I can figure out how to do the share screen, I'm actually going to show you how I made this fun, cute little title. It was actually created by Anthadene. I got it from the website Scrappy to do it, but I didn't use the whole layout, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this, how to resize it, how to make it your own, because really when you think about it, I was thinking the other day, besides sketches, titles are one of the things that really make it so that your work is your own. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to use a technique that I have used before. I'm actually combining a couple of them. So this is my sketch, and I'm going to stay fairly true to this. This is my nephew's album. So here we go. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to do stripes. I wish I had all of the colors. If you see this, so this is the You and Me from Stampin' Up! And I love, this was the inspiration on what I'm going to do to the paper. I don't have a lot of these colors. I did switch over from Close to My Heart, and I just haven't invested in the ink yet, but I am buying all the Stampin' Spots. You can buy them in the small containers. I'm just buying re-inkers in the small containers, which work great because a lot of my scrapbooking, I'm on the move, and you literally can, if you buy the Stampin' Spots, there you get blank ones. There's 6 of them, and those cost $10, and then you can get the whole re-inking family. It's they do it by groups, and you can buy the re-inkers in groups, and so that's what I've done. But I'm really sad I don't have a lot of these colors, but I'm going to use what I have because that's kind of my mantra. I'm going to take out my mess mat. Oh, this paper seems, this might be, I'm feeling it, I think it might be watercolor, which is going to work even better. So I'm going to make some lines on this, and I'm going to use my ruler. I tend to be a little sloppy, messy, and I don't want it to come up too high. I'm going to use, this is called it's stamp. I'm going to paint with my stamps. And the 2 colors that I have, and I got these out of the paper pumpkin, the 2 colors that I have are Gray Granite and Lost Lagoon. I would have loved to have this beautiful peacock. So if you have it, if you have all these colors and you want to try this, use that. They have the pecan pie and the pretty peacock would be a great combination. But we use what we have. So what I'm going to do, and this is a really easy method, and I was afraid that this wouldn't work because I don't have the big ones, but it works great. So I'm starting off, I'm starting an inch in, and I'm going to stop at 11. Oh, actually, let's see. Oh, actually, it's a ½ inch off because I did trim this. This has been trimmed to 11.5 by 11.5. So I'm going to have it actually come down. So that will be like that. And so I'm going to go from 1.5 up to 10.5. So here I go, and I'm just going to take it, and it's called ink painting, and I'm just going to streak it down here to 10.5. And then I'm going to move this over just because it can be random, but it doesn't have to be random. Oops, I can't get this thing open. Me and my poor little hands, they don't work very well. But these are great. Great if you are a, oh, that looks so good. And then I'm going to just You know what? I'm going to put one. That's too much space in between. So I'm going to, I'm looking at this and I don't like all the space in between. But I think I might have a solution. I might have to turn it over because I don't like the space in between. You know what? I'm going to turn it over and try again. And I don't even care that this has ink on it. Kind of looks cool. So I am going to just take it down like this, and then I'm just going to put it like that because I don't like that much space in between. And I'm going to have torn paper. I do need to re-ink this one. My re-inkers are coming. Today was there's the Last Chance sale just started, so there's some fun new things on Last Chance. I didn't buy as much as I bought last time. Last time I went kind of crazy on the Last Chance sale. They had so much goodness on there. But I did, so if there's some things on there that you want to get, you need to pick them up because they will be gone before you know it. And I did order, as a consultant, I can order things a little bit early, and I'm going to have one more stripe. And then I'm going to also use torn paper. Okay, so that kind of gives me, it just gives me kind of a grunge look. I kind of like that. And even my splatters that I didn't clean off, very good, work great. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pieces, and I want to make sure that this can come down because I'm using this cute little, this is going to be my journaling. So how nice is it that this sketch matches so perfectly. So I love this. So I'm going to make sure that goes there. And this, and so titles. There are, I'm going to show you 3 different things for titles. Of course, you can do your titles by buying a sticker sheet. The You and Me comes with a sticker sheet. I think it's $17 and you get 10 sheets and a sticker sheet for $17.99. That sounds about right. I'll put the real information at the end. So you can get titles on here, and you can also have the ephemera. But it's kind of limited. The titles are kind of limited. And for this picture, if you look at my daughter, so this is my nephew and my daughter, and we're at church and she's tickling his toes because that was something she did often. So I'll show you the paper that I'm using. So the You and Me is, and it can be used for a lot of things. When I first saw this, I thought beach. So this is one sheet, and that's the back. This comes in 12 sheets. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly. So it is 12 sheets. So you get 12 sheets and a sticker sheet, and I believe it's $17.99. And this is the sheets that and I tore them. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how tearing. And the only thing I didn't do is a flower, and I could definitely fussy cut and stick some of those on there. And then this is the other one. So I've used all the paper except for the flowers. This was actually his toes. I'll show you that one. So that's one sheet. So you have 3 different patterns. And no, you get 4 different patterns and 3 sheets of each. So this is, am I missing one? What one am I missing? Yeah, okay, so those are the sheets. So you get 3, and do you get 4 of each? Is that a thing? I think it must be, because I'm not finding anything else. And I've used everything else. Okay, so here we go. All right. So I'm taking these sheets, and I'm tearing them towards me, and actually I'm going to tear off a little bit. Well, we'll do that because we're going to roll it. I'm going to show you how I'm going to roll it. So when you tear it towards you, for this look, I want it to show. So I've torn it once, but I want you to see how we do this. And I'm tearing it towards me, just like so. And I am going to just go ahead and tear off some of this because, and then we're just going to put it in there. And I think it adds a little bit more texture, and we're going to roll it. Okay, so this one wound up being super wide. And we also have some that are hanging down below. And if I would have had, I wish I had the, if I had the peacock, I would have done dots. I even looked and seen if I had a peacock pin, but I don't. So, but you use what you have. You make it work. Okay, so I'm going to tear this off. So we are going to, I'm going to show you how we're going to roll that. That's a look I like to do. And this I'm going to hack off because it's too big. So I'm just going to cut these in half. Oh, that's the other side. So that's there. And this one goes here. And we're going to add some hearts. And I'm following pretty close to this. So let's show you what we're going to do next. So I liked the idea of the rolled paper. Let me go ahead and I want to make sure everything fits before I start. Perfect. There we are. And this is my whole entire family. Everyone except my cousin Ella and the small kids have passed. My sister was taking the picture. But it's nice. We were all at church because my grandma came, my cousin Ella came and brought my grandma, and so we were all at church, and that was a very nice memory. So I'm going to roll this, and that just gives it a little bit. If you don't want it to be very bulky, you can tear it off and then roll it. So let's just go ahead and glue some things down because I feel like things are going to disappear. And then I'm going to talk a little about titles. This is some of that paper, and then this is the Pretty and Peacock, and I just made it, I embossed it, and then this is going to be here. This is going to be my journaling, so I don't want to cover up too much, and actually this is a sticker, so I'm going to stick it down, and it's that perfect shape. I'm going to stick this down as well. You know, I might want to, this is so cute, I think I'm going to pop it up just a hair. It's going to pop up above, a little bit above the rest of them, so you can see that cuteness. This is a beautiful pack, and like I said, it's super versatile. You can use it for beach, you can use it for outdoors. I'm using it for baby because it's perfect. The colors are just perfect for blue. So, but I am really, I'm really emphasizing the use of, oh, silly me, I gotta get my strip. I went through all that trouble of rolling things up and then I lost my strip. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna put this strip right here, like that, just the hair. If you are a fussy person, you can just take this and roll it and then just glue it. Just a hair right there. That's a little technique I learned from Album Retreat, which Stampin' Up's going to have an album retreat. I'm so excited. I probably went to maybe 10 of the album retreats. I never went to anything. I was in Stampin' Up for 17, I'm close to my heart for like 17 years, and I didn't go to anything the first 10. And then I went to one convention, and I went to everything after that. It was so much fun. And I went to Album Retreat, which it was, I like it more than convention because I am more crafty than I am salesy. So I put that right there. And see, this gives you so many layers. I love this. See, this color scheme is right up my alley. I love the soft tones, and the nice thing about it being so, all the colors muted like this, it will match anything. It would match this. I'm busy. It will match. It would even match your vintage pictures if you wanted it to. So I'm going to put this one down. Sorry, my daughter walked in. I need a do not recording sign, but that's kind of funny. Okay, so I'm going to put that. Usually it's when she's making me coffee, which I hope is a thing. Oh, she's coming. Here you goes. There's coffee in my future. So I'm going to put these down. And I cut these in half. And I have this, I have the title. I'll show you what I have. I'm going to try to share it. I'm going to try to learn how to share my Cricut design space file. So, because that's kind of my goal is sometimes when you buy packets, so the Stampin' Up! Packets are so much bigger than ours was, the Close to My Heart was. So Close to My Heart, their packet was 6 pages. So I'm finding that I'm needing more titles. So I'm really kind of concentrating on titles. And if I had the matching ink, I would have inked all of this and edge distressed it. But a girl cannot use what she does not have. So, but the good news is that won't happen to me again. And the next, I'm going to use this. I'm not going to put this down because I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to do stuff. So, is this not the perfect title? Tiny Toes. She's tickling his toes. So that is my layout. And now let's talk about titles. So there are, in this, when I was making this layout, I made 3 different types of titles. This one I made using a website that someone else had created. I want to show you how to do that on my video that I'm making later today. There's also this type. So, but when I got this, I'm probably not going to put it on here because it just covers up, unless if we move this up, can we get away with it? Can we get away with it? I don't know. I stuck this down because I want to do the journaling. If I put that there, is that too much? Is that too many titles? You can have a title and a subtitle because I loved the title 4 Generations. You know what? I think I am going to put that on there. I'm going to pop that up and I'm going to put it, because this is 4 generations. That's me and my grandma and my mom and me and my daughter. So that's 4 generations. So I think I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to put that up. Even though I have 2 titles, there's no law against it. You can have 2 titles if you want to. Oh, I also have little hearts. And where I'm going to add my little hearts. So I can add my little hearts here. I'm going to add a little heart right there. I think I like that. And I'm just going to set these down because, like I said, I'm going to do a whole video on how I made these titles. They're really quick and easy. And like I said, this is Anthadene Endemann's design. I want to give credit to whom credit's due. But I will show you how to access that, and I will hopefully be able to show you and share design files if I can figure out how to do it. But that's my goal for today. So I'm going to splatter a little bit more around. We're going to put it on Peacock as a background. And I'm so sorry I'm not gluing everything down, but when you come on, it will be the permanent version of itself. It just needs a little bit more splatter, I think. And yeah, so that is, it's a little bit white. I might be able to sponge it, but like I said, I don't have, my ink isn't coming until later, so I might not want to do that. But anyway, so that is my day 27, and